Welcome to Dishin Deets with Deenr. We're here today with our lovely guest, SubCityLady74. So glad to have you with us
Deenr.
today.
I'm so glad to be here. Hello, everybody. I'm happy to be here with you.
So I'm so glad to have you here with us today because you are one of my dearest friends in Horizon Worlds.
Yeah.
And I remember when I first met you, it was in your NYC cigar lounge. And I remember you saying that I reminded you of your best friend.
Yes. I remember when I saw you, we accepted each other's friend requests. And when I saw your picture, I was just like blown away because I'm like, oh my God, my best friend I've known for like 30 since second grade. And it's like, oh my God. And then
We totally like
just
bonded
kicked
over
it off.
that.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
we've just been like buddies and best gal pals in here ever since then.
And remember, I even told you I spoke to her and I told her, you got to hurry up and get on this, whatever. I don't know what she's doing. But she's like, yo, what are the odds of that? I'm like, I don't know. I said, I think you guys are twins in another life or something. Because even, I mean, you guys look so much alike. It's like uncanny. It really is.
I know that was totally crazy. Oh, so that does lead us into your New York City Cigar Lounge, NYC Cigar Lounge in Horizon Worlds. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that world?
Yeah, like I said, it's called New York City's Cigar Lounge. I came up with it because I went to cigar lounge before the pandemic. I used to go to cigar lounges, and I wanted to create something that wasn't here in Horizon. And I had looked before I actually created, and there is somewhat of a cigar lounge, but it's not like New York City type cigar lounge. So I'm the only one that has something like that. I had started doing poetry night on Fridays. I think you came to a couple of them. And I don't know. I guess I just stopped. Whatever. I need to get back into doing that because I do love poetry. But I had, like I said, I had a poetry night then. Some people came through, and I think I want to get back into doing that again because a lot of people loved it. It's like the minute they stepped into the world, they knew they were in New York City. So, but yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I like it.
Yeah, I do remember coming to one of your poetry nights, and there were a lot of people there, and everybody really seemed to enjoy it.
Yeah, I gotta get that started again. I haven't done it since since Father's Day. When I did the tribute to Father's Day. That's the last time I did it. So I want to get back into doing that again. So yeah.
So, why don't we move on? I know that there's someone very special in here to you in Horizon Worlds, and his name is That Boy Jap. So, why don't we dish about him for a minute?
Yeah, that's my babe. But anyone who doesn't know, I'm pretty sure a lot of people do know, but that is my boyfriend, not only here in virtual reality, but outside virtual reality. We've been together for 9.5 months and we are in love, and I couldn't be happier. He's all that. He really is. And you, like I said, you know him, and other people know him here in the metaverse. He's really great. He really is. It's crazy. We met here in virtual reality.
Yeah, and that was going to be my next question. So, you did meet him here in Horizon Worlds.
Yes, love can happen. Yes. But yeah, we met here. Actually, the world we met in was called the Lake House Front. And we actually just started off as friends. We just met in there. I was in there, and then he came in there, and we just sort of just bonded and just started talking to each other and things like that. And he used to have a different shift, so once in a blue he would come in, and when he did, we get excited to hang out with each other and everything like that. We go to different world. We just go world hopping together, and then things between both of us just clicked. We would, text each other on Oculus chat, and he liked the way my delivery was as far as making sure he was all right and saying how you doing, da da da. And since then, everything just magically happened, and we just clicked. He actually lives in Houston. I live in New York. We have visited both areas. He actually just came to New York recently, and we've been like in bliss ever since. And it's going like phenomenal. It's going great, and we have a good time together. And you already know how he is. He's cuckoo in the head, but I love him.
Oh, of course. I love you two together. I like the pictures that I've seen online that you post. You're just so adorable.
Oh, thank you.
I adore both of you. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah. I said I have to post these pictures, but yeah, we have such a good time together. It'll actually be a year for us in March.
Wow. And that's
Yeah.
great because
Mhm.
having a long distance relationship, you aren't able to really do stuff with each other throughout the days, but you can come in here and do stuff and hang out and have fun stuff together.
Yeah, exactly. Yep, yep. And the thing about it is, a lot of people that I mean, sometimes a long distance relationship can work. It depends on, the person. And for us, it's actually okay. We're actually okay where we're at. As much as I know we would love to be, in the same city, but it's actually I don't know. I think it's because the way we both are with each other. It's actually okay. It works for us. I mean, we spend it's about every night on our video phones. We speak to each other every night. We go to sleep on our video phones every night, unless he has his kids or I'm doing something with my son, things like that. So it's like I said, it works for us. I mean, it doesn't really work sometimes for everybody, but it seems to really work for us. And I mean, I can't explain how, but it just does. It just does. It really does.
Yeah, and that makes total sense because having having this in addition to seeing each other in person when you're able to fly back and forth because you guys are kind of on different parts of the country. So this is a great thing to have in addition to that. So another thing I wanted to talk to you about was the podcast. I know you and that boy Jap do a podcast in Horizon Worlds, and I wanted you to kind of talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, the podcast is called the Turn Up Podcast. It's Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays, 9 p.m. Central, 10 o'clock Eastern, and we're on there on those nights. And basically, like I said, it's an open podcast. There's no subject, no topic off limits, things like. I mean, we do have certain limits, certain things, but without being like too crazy, but we talk about any and everything. We just talk about things between men and women and things like that. I mean, it's like I said, we talk about it's a genre of stuff that we talk about. So but it's, and in the same sense, it's fun because we got some people in there that are really like silly and just cracks me up. So yeah, but it's fun. It's fun. We do have our serious moments as well, but all in all, it's a fun podcast. You guys are here and in the metaverse, come check it out. Like I said again, Tuesday, Thursdays, and Sunday, 10 o'clock my time, Eastern time, and 9 o'clock Central.
Okay, yeah, that's a great thing for people to come and check out.
Mm-hmm.
So I know you have some other things going on in Horizon Worlds as well. Why don't you fill us in on those?
I'm actually going to be in a movie. It's a version of Set It Off, but it's called Set It Up. And I am playing the part of, if anybody ever seen that movie with Set It Up with the four women who robbed the bank and things like that. And I played the part that Jada Pinkett Smith played. Instead of Stony, my name is Sunny, so I'm playing that role in that movie. It's still in production. We're still filming, so when it's coming out, it's hard to say because it's hard to get people that have their own lives outside of this and things like that. So but yes, that's going to be coming up. So I'll be starring in that with some other ladies as well, and that's in the working process. So I'm looking forward to that.
That sounds like so much fun.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. We have our blooper
So,
moments as well.
oh, I'm sure you do.
Yeah.
So, before we close up, I normally ask everyone if there's anything that they just want to say about virtual reality, Horizon Worlds, anything that you'd just like to share with everybody.
I just say, if you guys, well, I mean, 'cause like I said, we get me and that boy Jack have asked this question all the time. We're actually on a friend of ours. They have a couples talk world on here. It's kind of new. They get access to question like, oh, how do you guys make it work? My thing is like this, and we've had a lot of people that have tried the couple thing on here. My thing is, if you're gonna do the couple thing, don't just rely on this. I mean, this is a good outlet if you can't see each other in person, but try video call, try calling each other outside of this, because a couple people that we know that have done this, they just rely solely on this. So if you're not wanting to do something serious, then don't do it seriously. And don't, I mean, if you can take it outside of this, because again, this is virtual reality. I mean, it's working out perfectly great for us because we've met we've been together and all that kind of stuff. So I mean, I'm just saying, if you're looking for love and you want to look for it here or online, whatever like that, try to do something outside of all of this glitz and glamour or whatever. Put this down for a second and want to just talk and see if you have the connection. If you have that real connection outside of this. So that's advice I can always give people if they're looking for something serious.
That's great advice. And it was so great having you.
You're welcome, Deenr. You're my girl.
Thanks for joining us on Dishin Deets with Deenr. And thanks again for SubCityLady74 for being here with us today.
Oh, it was my pleasure being here. You're my girl.
You my girl too. All right. We will see you next time.